Brian Poe. Brian and I met at a comedy function that was clean comedy, and but one of the comedians had been a survivor of suicide, and he integrated that into his comedy, and it was very powerful. Actually bought a Hope shirt that night from him. But we met then, and we talked about wellness and what wellness was, what we were doing with the wellness committee. And he is our bronze sponsor. And I just want to have him come up and give a few words, because he's one of those people that made the decision, big law, it's just not working for me. And so how do I continue to practice law and make it work for me? And it's been successful in doing that. So that was this whole talk about the business case for wellness and for well-being, and Brian is an example with his law firm. So at this time, I'd like to bring up to you the people's champ, Brian Poe.
Thank you, Javon. I want to start by thanking all of you for getting up on Saturday and making it to class on time. I thought I would be talking to no one at 8:30, and as I was finishing my remarks, I started seeing some people trickle in, so this is great. Special thank you to my law partner, Jamie Cox, the managing partner of our law firm, Georgia Injury Attorneys, who signed off on our involvement in this very important initiative, and so we are here. Thank you to my paralegal, or our paralegal, Rachel Pascal, who's in the back recording us right now, and she's here getting her wellness on. She brought her mother and her newborn child as well, and so thank you, Rachel, for coming on and enjoying the experience. And then thank you to the Wellness Committee of the Georgia Bar, especially Javon and Paul Knowlton, who's here, and then the Honorable Shadina Morris. I always see her everywhere. She actually is really attending the conference, not just lending her name, but being a big part of it, so thank you. So yes, I'm the chairman of Georgia Injury Attorneys. We are a plaintiff's personal injury law firm that fights every day to help our clients receive just compensation for their injuries caused by the negligence of others. Yes, we have a big name. Georgia Injury Attorneys is a big name, and we run TV commercials on major cable channels. We have a billboard in the heart of our community. We're often on the back cover of a popular magazine in South Fulton, and we own GeorgiaInjuryAttorneys.com. But make no mistake about it, we are a small firm. In fact, 3 of the 4 full-time members of our team are here today. The 4th is a paralegal, Dr. Glenice Harris Wilson, who wanted to come, but she had some personal commitments and family obligations, and so she gets a pass. And in fact, that's what we're trying to build at our firm, is a firm in which we always understand that family comes first. So when I finished University of Virginia Law School, I had 3 big firm offers and a career ahead of me that would lead me to 2 major law firms and an in-house position with the Fortune 100 corporation. I made senior attorney there. Never in a million years would I have guessed that I would find myself ultimately being a personal injury attorney at a small firm. That was not advertised at my school as a success track or a desired track. In fact, we made jokes about personal injury attorneys. We call them ambulance chasers and things along those lines. And I'm so glad that I matured, didn't buy into that for my entire career, because I don't think I would be happy right now if I continue to believe that. So that's one message I bring to the conference today. Your peers, your school, your law firm, your legal recruiter, they can help you move from a law firm to in-house or switch law firms or move up. And you should take advantage of those those resources to help you in your search for a better job and a happier life. But in the end, doing good work, having a passion every day for your practice and your clients, that's something that you must feel wherever you go, or you're not going to want to stay long. If you don't find that sense of purpose in your work, you will continue to be unhappy. You'll continue to switch jobs. You'll continue to blame the boss, blame the big firm structure. And it's possible that you're laying the blame properly, as we learned in some of the courses, some of the seminars. But it's also possible that the issue is you. And that's why coming here is so important, listening to the esteemed panelists speak on how they made it through the system and how to make a successful switch. It's not just about switching, it's about making sure that it's the right fit. Because if you're moving around too much at a certain point, that actually makes things tougher as well. When I was in corporate America, I just remember that we were always looking for that person who was moving for something better than I'm not happy at my current firm. We always figured that if you weren't happy where you are, you're probably not going to be happy here, because at the end of the day, we're hiring you to work. I mean, that's right. So this course should matter to all attorneys, and I'm not here to say that I'm totally happy or that I have all the answers. I think this search for happiness and well-being is a never-ending search. No one finds the perfect balance, but we can share stories, pick up things from each other, and try to improve together, which is what I think this seminar is doing for all of us. So that's why I think it's important that we're here. It gives us a moment to reflect and possibly receive the reinforcement we need to hear that if we are not happy or healthy, something needs to change. Or it could be your health or even your life that becomes the casualty. So I just, in closing, want to tell you a couple of things I like doing now with our practice and the new paradigm we have. I actually work harder, but I like the control that I have. Found a lot of fulfillment in giving back to the community. We were a sponsor at that event that Javon references, called Tickle Past Pink Foundation. It's a breast cancer awareness organization, and what they do is they come up with events and they bring a lot of survivors out to just wear pink shirts and have a good time. When I was at a big firm, most of the time our donations were to, very good charities, but you've heard of them all. As a small firm, we're able to connect on the ground with individuals who had a dream and a passion. Maybe a person who went through breast, in this case, her name is Maxine McDaniel. She went through this herself and decided that when she survived cancer, breast cancer, that she wanted to help people have the resources and cheer that would help them get through the crisis that she was able to get through because she had the right family, but some people don't have the right family to help them. So she's got an organization that does that. So we're able to get involved in things along those lines. And by the way, I'm not saying that big firms don't do these things too. Let me see if there's anything else here. Last comment is that Jamie and I started Georgia Injury Attorneys initially actually as a platform to help another attorney who at that time was like an associate on our team, and we were trying to figure out a way to develop him as a leader. And we came up with this idea that we needed to get a personal injury practice going. We didn't realize that we would take it over. He would move on and start his own real estate law firm, and he's been very successful. He's a friend. He still is up counsel with us, and he does marketing with us and everything. And he's been able to do great things with his success. He's adopted a couple of children who needed him, and he also he does a lot for our community. His name is Troy King. So if you ever need a good real estate attorney, look up Troy King. So I close by saying that I now feel bigger on the ground than I ever did having an office on the 49th floor of the Bank of America building when I was with the Tropic Sanders law firm, which is now Tropic Pepper. I can see things more clearly now. but I'm here to hear from the experts so I can get more time on the golf course. So I can lose a little bit of weight. And I can live to be 100 years old. That's where I want to hear how I can do those things. So I've got room for improvement. We all have room for improvement. But I'm so happy that I was given the opportunity to be your bronze sponsor of this event. And Jamie and I thank you for coming out, and we will always support this cause. Thank you.